Hello everybody, it's DTK Productions and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be trying to win an MVP with Matthew Maxwell, who is a 40 overall, 5'4", 115-pound player. But obviously in his current state, winning an MVP is going to be pretty much impossible. But we have multiple different ways we can upgrade him as a player. How we'll do it is based on a point system. Every single point that Matthew Maxwell scores in the NBA is one attribute point that we can use to spend. Say he scores 10 points, driving layup, we can boost that up to like a 35. But we can also use those attribute points to buy badges. However, these badges are pretty expensive, costing 100 points per one upgrade. So say we saved up 100 points in our inventory or in our wallet and we wanted to get him float game, getting it to bronze is 100 points alone. Another purchase we can make for 20 points per inch, we can raise his height. He starts as a 5'4" player. And for weight, 1 point equals 1 pound of weight. Same thing goes for the wingspan and the shoulder width and all that. And the last thing we can upgrade with these points is our tendencies. Because obviously with 0 shot tendency, 0 touch tendency, he is not going to be shooting the ball a lot. And when he does, he's going to be missing a lot. But now we're just on to simulating games. I'll simulate the first one just so you can see. Against the Grizzlies, we obviously lose. Maxwell, 0 points, 0 for 3 shooting. We get no upgrades. The next game, he's 0 for 8. But then in his third game, he gets his first 2 points. And so what we'll do with these 2 points, we'll head over into the roster viewer. We'll go over. The first thing I'm going to upgrade is obviously going to be a shooting tendency. We just need shots going up because the more shots that go up, some have to go in. But now that you get the gist of it, I'm not going to waste your time with a lot of these early ones. I'll go through and tab up these games. I'll sim like 3 weeks at a time and we'll do checkups every 3 to 4 weeks in this first season because there's not going to be a lot of scoring. And through the first 17 games, I won't lie, he kind of surprised me. He put up 18 points in the games after the Celtics game, obviously, where we already used our upgrade. We've got 18 points to spend. It's going to go straight into shooting tendency. I won't waste your time here. And so we'll continue our sim week by week, and I'll just keep on adding on those points as we go. Couple more weeks go by, we get 11 more points to spend, straight into shot tendency. We're starting to see a couple more shots go up. Still not a whole lot of shots are falling, obviously, at a 40 overall. A couple more weeks go by, we got 16 more points to throw into the pot. We can raise up his shot tendency up to a 47. And we'll just continue on. I think the next time I'll see you, I'll stop us at the All-Star break. So we made it to the All-Star break. I'll give you a quick rundown of his stats. He's averaging about 2 points and 2 assists. 2 assists is actually surprising to me, but 15% from the field and we'll give him 4% from 3-point and 31% from the line, and only being able to play 25 minutes because the stamina is so low is crazy. However, he did just reach enough points. He's at 105 total points on the year, so we can max out his shooting tendency. We can put this all the way up to 100, so he will be shooting the ball a lot when he has it. And next up, I think we're gonna just put the next 3 just straight into his 3-pointer. I'm not even gonna bother checking to see if he was in an all-star game. Let's be real, there's no shot in the world he's an all-star in this simulation. But we're gonna go a couple more weeks, and these 2 weeks after the all-star game have actually been his best 2 weeks in his career. In these games, he actually managed to put up 34 total points for us, including his first ever 10-point game right here on 5 for 16 shooting against the Utah Jazz. But we have 34 total points we have to spend, and I'm going to put him straight into 3-pointer. I'm going to give him up to a 64 3-point shot. I think that's just the best way. He's 5'4". It's going to be hard for him to get to the rim anyway. I just think that's our best way to try and get points at this moment. So let's go 2 more weeks. Keep getting these points. Matty Maxwell has been able to put up 50 total points for us, including this 16-point outing against the Wizards. This dude's starting to go crazy. He went 7 for 17. That's not horrible, especially for a 40 overall. We're going to put 35 of our points straight into 3-pointer, get his 3 to 99. He is one of the best he is the best 3-point shooter in the NBA now, but we only have 15 points left. Let's put it into his free throw. So now we've got a 99-3 as we continue our simulation, and if he's already putting up 16 in some games, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop off for his first like 20 piece, which is exactly what he was able to do in this game against Detroit, putting up his first ever 20 piece on 6 for 6 shooting from the 3-point line. And then he followed it up in this Raptors game, literally a back-to-back the day after, puts up 18, and then in this Rockets game puts up another 15. He got us 95 total attribute upgrades that we can spend for him. I think I'm going to make a move for the future. I'm going to go to his potential, and I'm going to spend 74 of our points to give him a 99 potential. It doesn't help him score right now, but in the player progression periods in the offseason, these are points that I will not have to spend. If he goes up any overalls, I don't have to spend those points. So this is a future investment, and I'm really hoping it pays off because we've only got 21 points left. And I think for the last 21, I'm just going to put it in the mid-range, and we're still sitting at a 40 overall. So year one is coming to a close. Obviously, we are not going to win MVP. Nikola Jokic wins MVP, averaging a 28-point triple-double. Derek Queen wins Rookie of the Year. We cannot sneak a Rookie of the Year win. Kel'el Ware, 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Clutch players, Cade Cunningham, and really, we got nothing in this whole award ceremony. We also were not able to sneak onto an all-rookie team, but that is all right because we are coming for an MVP. Our team was really bad. We didn't even make the play-in. His final averages for the season were 4 points, 1.5 assists, half a steal, a turnover and a half on 20% shooting from the field and 18% shooting from 3. But before the season ended, in that last 2-week span, he gave us another 45 points to work with, where I'm just going to put our layup up to 70, and I'm going to hope for a really good player progression. So year one for Matty Maxwell is in the books. We can simulate the playoffs, see who goes on to win a championship in this season. Pistons versus the Mavericks, and the Pistons are able to get it done. Cade Cunningham obviously is going to be your finals MVP. Also, I'm pretty sure he is going to hit free agency, but don't worry, I'm going to be the Pelicans here. Everything is on auto in the offseason, but the one thing I will do is I will make sure I bring back Matty Maxwell. We'll give him a 2-year deal so the interest stays high. Actually, we'll give him a 3. Never mind, he'll actually decline the 3, so we'll just give him the 2, and obviously that's enough to bring in a 40 overall. And so we'll go into player progression and see how he progressed, and he is not on the team. He must have been cut. So instead, we'll advance to the next season, and I will pick him up in free agency from there. Well, he wasn't in free agency either. The Atlanta Hawks actually picked him up and put him on their G League team. I think that might be the first time in my life that I've actually seen a team go out of their way to pick up a 48 overall. I know he's 20, I know he has 99 potential, but he's a 48 overall. Also, when did he become a 48 overall? All right, we got him traded back onto the New Orleans Pelicans for the worst player on the roster. Now we can take a real look at what happened to Matthew Maxwell to make him a 48 overall. And looking at his stats, it looks like that potential did a lot of heavy lifting. It raised his overall so much in some of these places where I didn't touch any of these upgrades. He also got 6 badges. All right. Anyways, after a really confusing offseason, we have him now playing 48 minutes a game once again at the point guard position. Let's get into this year 2 simulation. That was the weirdest offseason I've ever had in any of my simulations ever. A really bad start for the team as we go 0-4. And Matty Maxwell actually went crazy. He scored 70 points in these 4 games, 77 points actually to be exact, including this 27-point game. He didn't shoot great, 9 for 26, but he put the ball in the hoop enough to put up 27 points for his career high. But now we have 77 points we can play with. So I think I'm going to spend 29 to get his stamina maxed out, and I'll put 47 of them into the mid-range shot, and I'll put the last one, I'll put it on layup, and that'll jump us up to a 52 overall already. So let's get in next 2 weeks of this season. And in this next 2-week span, he puts up 133 total points, including this 33-point masterclass on 30 total shots. He is shooting the ball so much right now, but we have 133 total points, and despite the team being absolutely horrible right now, I think we're 0-11. This is a good sign of things to come for Matty Maxwell. And I'm actually going to put 100 of these points into his touching tendency, and then I'll spend that extra point just to get his shot tendency back up to 100. That way, every single possession, he's getting the ball. So we have 32 total points left. I will max out the layup, and then with our remaining 17, we'll just put it on close shot. And that gets us up to a 53 overall. And through these next 2 weeks of play, he gets us another 109 total points for us to use. They also tally their first win in 17 games. This team is absolutely horrible. But this is not a team video. We've got 109 total points, and I think I'm going to spend 60 on offensive consistency. So we still have 49 left, and I think it would be wise to put it into speed so we can get that up to a 77 overall. Just like that, 57 overall. We're ready for the next 2 weeks. And boom, like that, another 159 points added to the tally. I'm going to add 56 to our free throw, which will max that out. We still have 103 total points. We'll spend another 60 on our foul. Those two seem to work well together. And I'll put the last 43 into our close shot. And just like that, we are a 65 overall. And we move. And another 2 weeks has come and gone. We have 143 total points, and I think I'm going to spend 140 of it on making him not 5'4" anymore. And for 140 total points, 20 points per inch, we can move him up to a 5'11" player. We get 3 upgrade points left. I'll just throw it on a close shot. And just like that, he is no longer a short king. I guess in the NBA, he's still a short king. Shout out KOT4Q, but he is not 5'4" anymore. And now we'll sim the next 2 weeks of the season. And we have a career high alert, as in this game right here against Luka Doncic and the Lakers, Matty Maxwell puts up 40 points for the first time in his career, shooting 8 for 12 from 3, and in total in that 2 week span, giving us 187 points to use. Now I'll spend 22 of those points to get his speed up to a 99. I'll spend 2 to finish out his close shot. I think the next thing I'm going to upgrade is his shot IQ, and that'll cost me 65 points to upgrade that. We'll spend 66 to get his dunk upgraded, and then I think really that's all the offense we really need out of him in terms of scoring, I guess. You know, MVP, you need more than just points in this game, and in real life, obviously, too. We have 32 points left to spend. I think we spend it on some of his playmaking. We'll throw 32 points into his pass act. And with those upgrades, we are actually not the worst player on this team anymore. We are a 72 overall. But we still have a long way to go before we win an MVP. 72 overall is just not enough to win an MVP. We will just continue on the sim, especially when we're going 11-32. That is horrible. You cannot win an MVP on this team. And so I actually simulated all the way up to the All-Star break. And in that long stretch of games, he was able to gather 438 total points. In year number 2, he is currently averaging 22.7, 2.7 assists, which is not very good. But his shooting splits almost 50%, 45 or 46% from 3, 76% from free throws, not great. But look at the point totals from year 1 to year 2. Despite those averages, he was not able to make it to the All-Star game. His own teammate, though, Zion, who's averaging 26, 8, and 4, yeah, he definitely deserved it. Zion did make the All-Star game. I'm contemplating adding 10 inches to his height here for 200 points, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put him up to a 6'9", which leaves us with 238 total points left. I think not winning the All-Star game pretty much guarantees you're not going to win MVP, so I think prepping for the future is the best thing we can do at this point. So we'll spend 61 to get his ball handle up. We'll spend 30 to get his pass act maxed out. We'll spend 63 to get his pass IQ maxed out, leaving us with 84 total points to spend elsewhere. And we'll actually spend 67 on his vision. We've got 17 total points left. We'll throw it all into speed with ball. And just like that, we are an 80 overall. We are one of the best players on this team now. And all it really took was 1,575 attribute upgrades, along with some help with some player progression and a 99 potential. However, we have a quest to win MVP, not be the best player on our team, so we still have some work to do. Hopefully this all-star snub can maybe ignite a fire underneath him. Maybe he can go on and have a legendary MVP run, but I think it's just too far gone, especially with the team being 17-42. And he had a very good stretch of games there through simulation. Him becoming more of a passer has definitely helped the team win a couple more games, as in this stretch they have been really good after the All-Star break. But he does give us 226 upgrade points to use. I think speed with ball is going to be the most important one here. So we'll upgrade that. We'll max that one all the way out to 99. We have 179 points left. Let's upgrade You know what? He's 6'9" now. He can get rebounds. I think we upgrade rebound. And for the heck of it, let's upgrade both of them all the way up. And that leaves us with 40 points to spend. I'm going to put it on perimeter defense. He's still a point guard. He'll still be guarding the perimeter. And he will move up to a 83 overall. Another 2 weeks and another 179 attribute points to spend on Matty Maxwell. And we're really kind of just running out of stuff to upgrade here. Agility, I think, is what I'll go for next. And once again, we'll just upgrade that all the way. Next up, I think we'll upgrade his steal, which leaves us with 41 total points. And we will max out his perimeter defense. And we'll throw the rest onto pass perception. And he is now the second best player on this Pelicans team. He is an 87 overall. And remember, he has 99 potential. So he could go crazy in player progression if we have to go into a year 3. So after another 2 weeks, we get another 189 points to spend. I think I have an idea of where I want to put it. I just spent 180 of our points into his height to make him a 7'6" point guard. We do still have 9 points remaining. He is 7'6" and 115 pounds. That is severely unhealthy, but for now, we will leave that there, and we'll throw the extra 9 points. We'll throw it into his strength. Doesn't help his overall much, but I think it's a lot cooler to say he's 7'6" as we will end the season, and Victor Wembanyama will win the MVP in year number 2. It was to be expected. I don't think we're ready to win it. However, can we win Most Improved? Yes, we do. But Most Improved is not our goal for the video. We want to win the MVP award. His stats are looking pretty good. I think a full season with the ability to pass and rebound will definitely up those averages and give him a shot to win it. But Wemby averaging 29 and 13.5 and 5 is going to be a very hard number, along with 3.3 blocks, is going to be a very hard number to try and best. We were not selected to an all-NBA team. And of course, with how bad the team was at the start of the season, there's no hope for us to be in the playoffs. We'll simulate year 2 playoffs, see who wins it all, as the Mavericks will face off against the Raptors. The Mavericks will sweep, and Cooper Flag wins his first finals and wins a finals MVP. Obviously, this time I'm going to assume they are going to bring him back. Last time, I'm not sure why they let him walk. Also, I just realized, did you guys see that free agency? That free agency was unreal. Did I skip past it? Jokic, Cat. There were some other crazy people in there. It looks like most of them are going back to where they went, except for Giannis. He's going to the Warriors. But this video isn't about them. This video is only about Matthew Maxwell, who is expecting $60 million now. He is prepared to accept an offer from the Clippers. Can we match that? Yes, we can. And it is a lot easier to keep an 87 on the roster than it is a 40 overall on the roster. This could potentially put him over Zion in overall. Player progression technically goes up 42, but that was all of last season combined into also what he earned in this season. But he jumps up to a 90 overall. Zion regresses a little bit. Matty Maxwell is now the best player on the New Orleans Pelicans. Along with some other improvements, this team actually has a shot to be good, which that is one of the most important things when it comes to winning an MVP. You have to have some team success. This has to be the year Matty Maxwell is primed to win it. Fully prepped and ready to try and win an MVP this season. This is the year to do it. This is the team to get it done with. And look at how many points we are scoring. Through 6 games, we have 176 points that we can spend on Matty Maxwell. I think it's time we upgrade the most useless thing in all of NBA 2K, and I think we max out his intangibles. And just that alone has brought him from a 90 to a 94. If anyone can ever tell me what intangibles does, I would be the happiest person in the world. But it literally is just an overall booster. We'll upgrade his hands to a 99. I'll spend 20 points. Just let's get this height maxed out to 7'7", and we'll spend our last 31. Let's get his interior defense up. We are now sitting at a 96 overall with 30 badges. I have not upgraded a single badge, so these are all player progression. And through 2 more weeks, he gets us another 187 points. But I will say, he is a very weird player in simulation. He will have games like this, where he fouls 6 times and is only able to put up 16 points. But then he'll have games like this, where he puts up 33 and 16 with 4 assists and 4 steals. But I think I know something that I will do to change that. Let's find his tendency for fouls. And he actually doesn't have much. He's only got what, 34 total foul tendency. I'll spend 34 points just to bring these down to 0. And also, I'm going to spend 100 points on his wingspan, mainly because I want you to look at this. Does this basketball player look better than this basketball player. Like, that looked unreal. We have to run the max wingspan. And then I think I'm going to put the next 53, I'm going to put it on his weight because he's just skin and bones right now. And so we'll move on to the next 2 weeks of simulation. And in those 2 weeks, Matty Maxwell was able to tally up 224 total points for us. Let's take a look at his averages for the season. He's been kind of spotty, but he's still averaging 28 points per game, 10.4 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and a steal. He's only been able to win one player of the week. There hasn't even been a player of the month yet. But looking at stats around the league, Wemby, who won it last year, is putting up 25, 14, and 5. I would make the debate here that Matty Maxwell's 28, 10, and 6.5 is better. However, how are you 7-7 and you don't have a block? So I think after seeing that, my next upgrade is going to be his block, because it is only a 32. He's got the +1 morale, but it's really just a 32. So we'll throw 67 on there. And then his interior defense, we will max that out as well. His defensive consistency, let's max it out. Help defense IQ, we have enough, we can max it out. And we only have 3 points remaining. Let's throw him into strength. We are now a 98 overall. Surely we're going to start getting some blocks. I didn't realize he didn't have one. That's kind of crazy. You'd think you'd luck into one if you're that tall. So we have another 170 points to spend. The team is playing out of their mind right now. They're winning everything. Let's upgrade pass perception. Let's just jump that all the way up. We'll spend 69 to get his vertical maxed up. We'll spend the 45 to get his strength, which leaves us with 11 that I will throw onto hustle. We've now reached the 99 overall threshold. We are officially the best player in the NBA, and we are putting up numbers consistent with some of the best players in the NBA. But we'll go a little bit further. We're not far off from the award races showing up. So we're at the All-Star break. The team is unreal. We're 51-6. We have 722 total points in our bank right now. And if we take a look at the award races, as of right now, how things stand, we are currently first in the MVP race. Zion, our own teammate, is currently fourth in the MVP race. To be honest, I'm not even really sure what we can upgrade with 700 points. I mean, we might have to start going to our badges. I might start by making him a little bit healthier of a weight. We'll spend like 100 points there. And that's a little bit healthier for a guy who's about 7'7". I think we can go over here. I'll max his hustle out. I'm not sure how important it is, but I see like Zion, he's got a 97. I don't know how much it helps in sim. We'll upgrade it. We'll spend 69 on standing dunk, mainly because that puts us at exactly 500. And I think we'll spend the rest on badges. All right, so we can upgrade 5 total badges. He looks crazy. His arms look unbelievable. But, I mean, taking a look, he's got a lot of these badges already, getting up to, like, silver on a lot of them. I don't know what badges are best in Sim. Maybe, I mean, we could use a couple more rebounds. Let's spend a bunch to get his rebound chaser max. So we just spent 400 points to get that up to legend. I genuinely think rebounding is the only thing that people are gonna potentially take the MVP away from us. I think we spend the last 100 on box out beast. So we're 99. We were an all-star. We are first in MVP voting. Really, all we have to do is sim at this point. We have the team success. We have the individual performance. The other guys are like Wemby. If Wemby was having the year he had last year in this simulation, I don't think we win it over Wemby. So we're having a down year from Wemby. We're having a pretty good year. I think in sim, we could definitely have a better year than we're having right now, especially if we didn't have Zion on the team. But I think that's a big part in what is making us a 70-win team. But here we are. The final couple weeks, the whole video comes down to right here. Matthew Maxwell has done it. He has won an MVP starting from a 40 overall. Matthew Maxwell's final stats, almost 27 points per, 12.2 rebounds, 7.3 assists. He's a member of the 50-40-90 club. We had the 6th man of the year on our team. That's how good we were as a roster. Victor, he still gets his DPOY, getting 3 blocks. How many blocks did we end up averaging? 0.8. So a lot better than the 0 we had earlier in the year. We also win most improved player. That's the second time we won it, right? Yeah, a 2-time back-to-back most improved player is wild. And we also had coach of the year and exec of the year, and we broke the Golden State Warriors win record. Oh, and I guess we won the NBA Cup, and he won the MVP. Obviously, he's going to be an All-NBA first teamer. Zion joins us in the All-NBA third team. No love for Maxwell in the defensive teams, and obviously he can't make a rookie team. But we will sim the playoffs because he does have a chance to win the NBA Finals now as well. We'll go round by round as they sweep the Lakers. They got the Suns in the second round. Gentleman's sweep there. The Clippers in the conference finals. 4-1 there as well, where they will play the Pistons in the finals. They've been here back to back to back. They've only won one. Can the Pelicans get it done, simulate the round, and they sweep them? But Zion will steal the finals MVP. What did Maxwell average in the finals? 23, 13, 14, and 5. Definitely a step down, 33% from 3. He didn't play great in the finals to his level. However, he is an NBA champion, an MVP, and an NBA Cup MVP. So he almost got all 3 MVPs. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my links down in the description if you'd like to. It'd mean a ton if you'd like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video and you made it this far. But that's really all I kind of have in this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.